Hi everyone, my name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Tamamo5 and also known as TAMO5 Candle Co. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So today's video is going to be a very short and straight to the point one, and it's mainly to discuss about council tax. So I mean, it's almost September now, and students, international students and home students are going to be returning back to school, but there's this, I won't say it's a confusion, but I think there's like a debate that some mostly international students are not quite aware of. Maybe they are aware of it or maybe they are not aware of it, but I just felt that I really need to speak to students who are already here or students who are already coming into the UK about it, because I've had multiple experiences involving international students in regards to council tax. So what is council tax? So council tax is payable to your local council, so whatever council you may belong to, either in Scotland or in England or in Wales, wherever you may be all over the United Kingdom. And this money is collected for council tax payment, which helps to pay for local services such as refuse collection, recycling collection and maintenance of the local area. So it's basically money collected from working class people to look after their environment. That's basically what council tax is for. So how do you work out your council tax? So your council tax is based by, you're being graded by a band, and your council tax is calculated according to the cost of the accommodation you are living in or the property you are living in on the 1st of April 1991. So the cost of wherever, or the cost of the property you are living in as at 1st of April 1991, that is how your council tax is being calculated, and it determines how much tax you pay. Yeah, so the cost of the property you are living as at April 1st 1991 will determine how much council tax you pay. So who has to pay council tax? You will have to pay council tax if you are 18 or over and you own or rent a home in your name. If you are renting an accommodation, it is better that you check your agreement to be sure or to ascertain who is going to be responsible for paying the council tax, because I think some people who live in private accommodations, mostly their landlords will say they'll pay, or if it's mostly students, they don't pay. But it's always very important, either as a student, either as an international student, or as either as an home person or home student living in the UK, when you're renting anywhere, please make sure you check your agreement to be sure that you have a clear explanation of who is going to be responsible for paying the council tax. Okay, if your home is empty and unfurnished for 6 weeks or more, you may be exempted from paying council tax. So it's a matter of, maybe you walk away from home. So let's say maybe you work 6 months in abroad and then you come back here for 6 months. So for that 6 months that you are away, your property is liable to be exempted because you don't physically live there. So that's what that is practically explaining to us. So paying your council tax bill, normally you get a letter to tell you how much you are going to pay for that year, and how the amount has been worked out will be calculated on that letter and the date you're going to be paying it. So mostly there's a letter they send once in a year, just before the end of the tax year. You get a letter from the council tax people telling you that, oh, this is how much you're going to be paying, this is your council tax band. So you start from so days, I mean, mostly from March till March the following year, and it's broken down over, I think, 11 or 10 months. It will tell you how much you are going to pay instrumentally, and if you have the money, you can just pay it once like that if you have that money. But if you're like, no, I can't afford it at once, you can pay it instrumentally every month by direct debit, or you can, if you don't want to set up direct debit, you can go to a post office to get it paid. So that's how you pay your council tax. So like I was saying, payments usually split into 10 monthly payments, and if you don't pay your council tax at any month, you may be penalized. In fact, if you missed, let's say for instance you missed February's payment, before, in fact, a week or two after, you get letters telling you that you've missed the month of February payment, and they're asking you to pay all of the remaining balance at once. But they will advise you to give them a call to arrange for that to be paid. So it's better, if you miss any payment or you're struggling to make any payment of your council tax, it's better that you get across to your council and sort out a payment arrangement with them. So discounts and exemptions and reductions. Yeah, there are some people who get discount, exemptions and reductions. So these discounts are given to single persons, household, disabled people and students. So that student, as So let's put it that way, as well as other groups. So if you are a single person and you're living on your own, you get a discount because you're living on your own, and it's mostly 25% discount. So disabled people, they don't pay council tax. They are either exempted because they are not going to be working anyway, so they get exempted. And students get exempted and they don't get exempted. So there's a catch to that, which is why I am talking about this video. So either you are a student, a home student, or an international student. If you are a student and you're just by yourself, you don't have any dependents, you don't have a partner, and you're renting alone, you are totally exempted from paying council tax as long as you remain a student and you're able to show proof that you are a student. So if you're renting from a private landlord, whatever you may be renting from, for the fact that you are a student, you are exempted from paying council tax. So listen to this clearly. You are just by yourself as a single student, you are exempted from paying council tax. So if while you are a student, your partner, your husband or your wife come in to live with you as a dependent, you are going to start paying council tax, but you will get a discount. So that discount is because you as a student, you are not the one who is actually paying the council tax. You are still exempted because you are a student, but because you are living with somebody who is either working full-time or part-time, and that person happens to be your partner, so you're going to get a discount, and this discount is mostly, I think, 25%. So just because you are an international student and you have a dependent or a partner does not mean that you don't pay council tax. No, you will have to pay council tax. If you were to be single on your own, you won't be charged any council tax, but as long as somebody comes to live with you as a dependent in the same address, at the same address, you are going to be paying council tax, and then you'll be given a discount. Because I met a couple of people that have helped in the past, and when you try to explain this to them, it feels as if maybe they feel as maybe you are trying to rob them, but that's just the law. It's happened to me before while I was studying first time. I think my first degree, I was confused as well, like, oh, I'm a full-time student. They were like, but you're living with your husband, so you are getting a discount because you're living with your husband. So ideally, let's say for instance, if a yearly council tax for your address is £1,200, so because you are a student, you get 25% off that £1,250. So whatever is left is what you're going to be paying, because you have a full adult who is working and not at school. So that's just how it works. And someone like, but I'm a full-time student, but my husband, like, but that person is your dependent. You're both living together. Only if you live separately. Only if you live separately. Like maybe your partner lives at another address and not living with you, but it's still going to end up being the same, because wherever your partner or your husband goes to live, as long as they are working, they will be paying council tax. So because you are an international student does not mean that you won't be paying council tax. So you will still be paying council tax as long as you live together with your partner. And even if your partner goes to live at another address, they will have to pay council tax wherever they are. But if you're living by your own as a student, you won't pay council tax. I hope that is clear enough. And then if you are living, so that's why I'm just reading from the note I make here, which just to buttress what I've said. It says if you are sharing with someone who is not a student, you may be eligible for council tax reduction. So that's what I'm saying, that okay, as a student and you're living with somebody who is not a student, which is your partner, you may be eligible. That is even May. So you may be eligible, so which means that you still have to pay council tax at some point. And last but not the least, if you live in house of residence, you are exempt from paying council tax. So maybe, just like I said, you are just by yourself and you decided to rent a flat at a hostel or at a house, you will be exempted from paying council tax. So I hope this information has been helpful to either a home student or either an international student that is coming around, or to international students who are already here, and when we are telling them that this is what is happening, they think maybe you are trying to rob them or you are trying to put them into kind of like maybe money splendor. No, that is just how it works. And if they send you a letter for a bill as a student who is living with somebody and you refuse to pay that bill, come, for as long as you refuse to pay that bill, any time that you are about to venture into something, that council tax bill will rear up its head saying you are in arrears, you need to pay your council tax. So I hope you all have found this information helpful, and if you want to read further about this, I'm going to pop the website where I found this information on the screen, and I'll also pop it in the description as well. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, drop a comment in the comment section if you are a student, and if you were once a student and you've had to pay council tax. Feel free to share your experience in the comment section, and don't forget to share this video because there are loads of international students coming into Scotland as it is now. And if you share this video, you might just be helping some people from not falling into arrears just because they think as they are students now they are not allowed to pay council tax. Yeah, if you are living with somebody as a student, you'll be eligible to pay council tax, but you will get a discount. So this comes to the end of my video, and I hope to touch base with you in my next one. Bye.